Hey-ho, neighbors, this is Mike from Random Acts of Cooking. I'm going to stay on the bandwagon that I've seen lately, and I'm going to do another smoked meatloaf. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Alright, stick around and we'll show you how it's done. Okay, order from chaos. We're going to throw a bunch of this into this bowl and make a meatloaf. We're not getting too fancy here. I'm just going to use things that I had around the kitchen and in the fridge. Got 2 pounds of 80/20 ground beef, 1 small onion chopped, the juice of 1 lime, the equivalent of about 2 to 4 cloves of garlic, however much garlic you like, 2 eggs, shells optional, 1 6-ounce box of stuffing mix, your choice. My additional seasoning, I'm going to use a couple of tablespoons of one of my favorites, garlic dew dust. Use whatever you like. A couple of tablespoons of barbecue sauce, since it's going to be outside on the smoker anyway. And we're going to put in about half a cup of shredded cheese. Easiest way to mix this up is just jump in and get it mixed up. And when you get to the point where you think this is all mixed up pretty good, give it a little more. I'm going to put all this in this bread pan, but I'm not going to cook it in the bread pan. I'm using this bread pan only to give it a shape. That's it for this for now. This will go in the fridge for maybe about an hour to hour and a half while we get the pit barrel cooker ready outside. Okay, now we're going to attempt to get this meatloaf out of the pan. There we go. Alright, we're not quite done with this yet. Get that on my cooking rack. Okay, I got some bacon that's not good for anything except cooking and eating. So I'm just going to kind of dress this up, lay some strips of bacon on the top. And because there's only one more, let's use them all. Okay, let's take this out to the pit barrel cooker. Okay, we have the pit barrel cooker set up with the cooking grate. I got my Pitmaster IQ probe here. I have my independent temperature probe there. We're going to try to keep this around 300, 325 through this cook. Got our bacon wrapped meatloaf. Set that in there. Kind of smoky. We got our probe, our meat probe. I'm going to stick that right in the top there. We're going to cook this to an internal temperature of about 165-ish, maybe more. We'll see what happens. Alright, that's pretty much it for now, so we'll be back a little later, folks. Okay, this is where we are after, I don't have any time. I didn't count the time on it. My meat so far is 160. The grill surface is 334. That's been kind of going around 327, 335. So the Pitmaster IQ is doing pretty good. The fan's out right now. It's showing the temperature is a little low, so the fan's running a little bit to get the temperature up again. My dial is set just a little over 325. I like the Pitmaster IQ. Alright, all that being said, this is my first look. Alright, let's see what it looks like on the inside. That's what it looks like. It looks really good now. The bacon is getting browned and smoky on there. We still got a few degrees to go. I just wanted to take a peek. This is my first peek on it. So we'll let it get up another 5 or so degrees, and then we'll pull this puppy off and see what we ended up with. Okay, we are at 169 internal on that probe. So I think it's time to get these off and get the probe out and pull this off. That sure looks good. Alright, let's get it inside. Okay, here it is. The meatloaf. It did. I figured it out. It cooked about 2.5 hours, and the Pitmaster IQ held it pretty good at around maybe 325 to 330, 335, somewhere around there. All right, let's see what the inside of this thing looks like. Oh, that looks good. All right, now let's see what it tastes like. A bite of this smoked meatloaf. Smells really good. All right, let's see. This is pretty good. I don't know if you can see a smoke ring on that. That's good. Really good. About the only thing I'd change on it is instead of a couple of tablespoons of barbecue sauce, I'd probably put in closer to 1/4 cup just to get a little bit more barbecue flavor to it. Actually, I didn't even think about putting it on the top during the cook to let it kind of caramelize up there on it because I had the bacon on it. So with the bacon on it, next time I'll use a little bit more barbecue sauce mixed in with the meat, but it's still really good. The breadcrumb, I use the stovetop stuffing mix, savory mix, whatever that has in it, I don't know. Once you have smoked meatloaf or smoked barbecue meatloaf, you probably wouldn't want to eat it any other way. So thanks folks, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye. Where's the off button?